gonna try it like this first. So today is the day. Can't really recap last week. I'm lying. Yes, I can. So last week we talked about coming out of contemplation and getting, already being prepared for action, to take action, to move forward, do what you got to do. This week I'm excited to see, especially for myself, what is going on and what's coming in. What is going on and what is coming in. As of right now, I saw that card flip around. Never had one do that before. Ooh, all right. Let me knock that off and put that back in. Ooh, okay. I like the first card. And we got 4. Let me look at this. So the first card is the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's a lot of reversals. Got Death in reverse. And we got the Hierophant in reverse. Then we have the 4 of Wands. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. And for some reason I've secluded that 4 of Wands. So that makes me feel really good. We got the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the Death card in reverse. And then we have the Hierophant in reverse. I'm feeling like I'm feeling a sort of relief but reluctance to start. These cards together, the Ten of Swords, the Death, and the Hierophant all in reverse, gives me the feeling of a relief but a reluctance to start again or to continue on. I feel like this is going to be a short read. I can't read too much into this, but I got to get into the self-care messages. But I really feel like the message is cut and dry. There is a relief. You are relieved, but then there's a reluctance to go ahead, to move forward. But this 4 of Wands is telling me that there's a celebration on the rise. It's telling me that you are coming into what you are moving into once that reluctance is, you push through that reluctant zone. There's a celebration. There's a welcoming. There is a hurrah, Let me get into the messages of this, because it's like I feel it's like an uneasy feeling. It's not a bad feeling. It's just like a feeling of, but oh my gosh, like this is going on. Well, let me find this card. Swords. Here we go. Ooh, this is while it is impossible to take away your hurt, while it is impossible to take away your hurt or the wrongs that have come against you, you're a survivor. You're not the victim. You are the survivor of this situation. You know what? Okay, so I'm starting to feel like this reluctance is what you need to have. Because I feel like this is basically saying, yes, you survived that. Yes, you got through that. But don't rely on the fact that you were proven right. I remember now last week we talked about, being basically something like being proven right. Like the information you had was accurate. But, whether that's with yourself or with someone else or just in a bad situation, don't heavily lay everything on the fact that you were right. Because the power here is to do nothing. The power here is to just be. Just to be. That's your power right here. You got to focus on your future. So, and how to make that future better so that this situation won't happen again, basically. So that the reluctance that I was feeling with this death card in reverse, I think that's what you're absolutely right to feel that way. That is crazy. It's not crazy, but yeah, you are doing what you need to do. You need to be reluctant. You need to be on pause right now, because you know you're going somewhere, and the future is going to be bright for you. But yeah, you need some time. Let me try to find out what this time is. It is the time of reluctance. I want to hold this spot right here. Yeah, hold this spot because that's the next card. But wow, I'm just kind of shocked on my own. So what card? I'm looking for the death card. Oh, what is the self-care message? Self-care message. I feel like I hear somebody calling my name. If you have the cash, book a session. If you have the cash, book a session. Book a session. I'm just playing. But yeah, just relax, breathe. Keep repeating, let go. You know, deeply inhale for 3 seconds. Hold, go. Say, basically like this. Let go. That's what you need to be. That's your focus right now. As if you're blowing out a candle. If you can get into a session, do this. Do this. Focus on loosening up your tension. That is amazing. I'm going to take that advice for myself. You're not at the Hierophant yet, but that is amazing. That is the self-care message for this. Why is it taking me so long? Oh, because I needed to read that message. Okay, now that I've gotten that message, here we go. Found it. It's just that quick. So this one here is letting go is tough. What was the self-care message for this? Let go. Now, for the death card in reverse, letting go is tough. Letting go is tough. But the resistance to change will only bring more hurt. So, basically, come out of this situation recharged, renewed, refreshed. This is what this time is for you to recharge, renew, and refresh. This is why the reluctance is there. Don't give up on yourself. This is a time to deal with your over attachment, maybe, or to deal with the physical situation that you may have at hand. This is a time to make closures for yourself and with yourself. And these are the hard things to do. So what's waiting for you on the other side of this change is worth it. And I already saw that. That's why I felt like grouping these cards. So this is worth it. This Four of Wands is worth it. But you are in a position of reluctance currently. So, find a safe place for you, whether that's just within you or whether that's out in your outside world, and to just think about the nature of change. Think about the things that are taking place right now that are actually changing you, and some of the things that may need to change, because a lot of the times when we go through changes, we're not aware of the other changes that need to take place as well. So this is a time to do that, where you need to make a transformation in your life. This transformation is oncoming. So I suggest you be active in it, because whether you do anything or not, it's going to take place. What golden ever rising parts of yourself are you waking up to? Oh, this is good. So this is the time to kind of acknowledge the things that you are coming into, the talents that you may have that have been suppressed, the opportunities that you may think you have missed. This is a time to go back over yourself and your life plan. Perfect. I have a planning journal. It will be available soon, June 15th to be exact. This is the perfect thing, especially for the upcoming year. It is a 2023 journal. So it's coming out in December. Great Christmas gift. coming out in December of 2022. I should know this, but I have to think about my notes. I have to think about it. But this is the time, however long it takes for you to do this planning, to make sure that it goes the way, you feel it should go. And then the next thing, so that you don't have to become involved in another person's destruction and disaster. So, now for this Hierophant in reverse. If there is someone that you have in your life that you feel is restricting you, that may be the move on from. I'm just saying. Prayerfully, this is not you restricting your own self, but this Hierophant usually describes a person who is in touch with teaching and learning and sharing higher knowledge. But since this card is in reverse, if there is someone who has been giving you advice, who has been, there as a encourager, motivator, and guiding you on a certain path, and that path might have ended up in destruction, or that person is just destructive, you may need to embrace the non-conformity of this person's essence. And you don't have to be scared to break away from this person. You don't have to be scared to break away from this type of environment. Because you have to be determined that you're going to be successful. Just because this person may seem supremely successful in your perception of them, does not mean you won't be successful if you don't follow this person's advice, or following this person's footsteps, or because sometimes it's just not, it's just not. I don't know what else to put there. It's just not. So to be able to create your own path is going to feel amazing. You must know that. You must know that there's nothing wrong with taking advice from someone who you feel is in a position you would want to be in one day. But at the same time, this is your path. They've had their path. So you got to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself. So my feeling was correct. Now, moving on to this Four Wands. I'm excited to get to this card. This Four Wands to me is talking about a celebration. Who doesn't love a celebration? Just think about when you do. Let's say you have your ideal path and you have your ideal place that you want to be. What are you going to do once you get there? What is going to let you know you have made it? That is the celebration. This is being supported. This is peace. This is bliss. This is just having that peace of mind, knowing that you did the work yourself and you didn't fall into the comfortability of not being able to do and live up to someone else's expectations. This is what this Four Wands is. This is peace. Oh my gosh, I just posted this peace that surpasses all misunderstandings, because I feel like, especially with me, there are a lot of misunderstandings about who I am and about my life, about the decisions that I make, about the person that I'm with, about how I manage my own family. This is my peace. This is the peace that surpasses all of that misunderstanding, even their understandings of misinformation. This is what this is. This is being content with being in your present moment, being on your present path, with following your present intuitive guidance, your holy inspired instructions. This is what the Four Wands is representing right now. And being excited about your future. I'm excited about tomorrow. I am excited about tomorrow. To be honest with you, I'm excited about watching a TV show in a few minutes. I'm excited. I am always excited. There are things that I need to deal with, but still in that, there is an excitement. There is an excitement. I have reluctancy in this moment, but I am still excited. I am excited because I know that either way it goes, I have a choice in it, and I'm not doing what I was told to do by someone else. I'm following my decisions. I'm following the choices and the opportunities that I have in front of me. I'm following the actions that are being taken in front of me. And so I'm excited. I am excited. The balance that I have, the harmony in my life, because that's my goal, is to live a harmonized life, is what makes me excited. And this says that you can get ready. You can prepare yourself. You can take the time that you need to recharge and reboost your energy, because stability and comfort is there for you. This is not, going to overwhelm you and overtake you. For me, my personal advice to myself is don't shift your lifestyle too quickly, Angel. Basically, going into living the lifestyle that I have and thinking about what's upcoming and the opportunities that have now come into play, it's like, okay, pace yourself. Don't too quick and then, fall into this thing where if I hadn't this and I hadn't that, because it does come from hearing what other people have to say and listening and taking that advice and holding it dear as if that's the only way for you to do and for you to be. But this is the feeling that you have when you are coming home from a long day at work or a long journey away from home. This is that feeling that you have when you walk through the door and you're able to take off your shoes and put your keys up on the wall or in the bowl, or just smell how good your home smells. Everybody's home it does not smell inviting. I know we recently went somewhere, and when we came back after a couple of days, when we walked in the house, the first thing I said was, it smells so good in here. It might sound weird to somebody else, but it smelled so good to me. It smelled so good because I was ready to come home. But this is what awaits you following this milestone. Understand, you reached a milestone with this destruction. This was a milestone. That speaks huge to me. And by reaching that milestone, this is your prize. There's a prize waiting for you. Yes, you may be sad. Yes, you may be crying. Yes, all of these things might be going on, but you have a prize with that. So don't, like I said earlier, you're not a victim. Don't feel like a victim, because who gets the prize? Does the villain get the prize or the hero? You have a prize waiting on you. You are to be celebrated. Your achievements are to be celebrated. You have to take a little rest right now, go in a little refuge. But you got to be proud of yourself even in that time of rest, because you got to prepare for this celebration. This isn't going to be an exciting time. This is an exciting time for me because I can see my prize. I don't exactly know what it is, so I can't say that, but I know it's oncoming. It's just things that are there that I have had to manage and sort through and ask questions and prepare myself to be able to be expressive and not hold back. Because holding back, another thing, in this reluctance, holding back is not going to help you. It's not going to get you to this moment of relief, and you do have support. This, like I said, this was I felt like this was a collaboration. There is support there, and there is others who will celebrate with you and who will celebrate you and who are going to lift you up, and as well as themselves. It's going to be like a, reciprocated event. So the self-care message for this is bake something sweet for no reason at all. The thing about it, I was thinking about just getting a cake. Somebody's birthday just recently left, but I was thinking about just getting a cake and having like a party or picnic or something just to celebrate life. That's why that's been on my head lately. Probably not why, but it's been on my mind. Think about what a privilege it is to create something delicious to eat just because. Listen, it don't have to be cooking something delicious to eat. It could be anything. Do whatever makes you feel good just because. You don't have to wait for a special occasion. You don't have to wait for a birthday. You can do something out of the ordinary that you only do during certain times just because. This is the time for you to do that, to take care of yourself on all levels. Don't worry too much about portions and recipes, unless that's fun for you, because that is fun for some people. But rely on your taste buds, rely on your feeling, rely on, what feels good right now. That's what I suggest you rely on. Now, we are adults, so we have our reasoning mechanism intact. You got to decide, is what I'm doing placing myself or anyone else in harm? Because all that craziness and all of the none of that stuff is justified. Yeah, we talked about being justified and you being right, but some stuff just is not justified. I'm thinking about a story that I heard recently about this guy that was killed by someone he was cheating with. Not even his girlfriend, but someone he was cheating with. I guess a side chick, woman, and her person killed him. Now I'm like, it's good to feel good, or her ex, whatever. It's good to feel good, but come on, some things you gotta kind of talk to yourself about and be like, is this safe? Like, actually safe. These days, is this actually safe? But is this relationship helping me, growing me? Is it adding value, or is it taking away? In her case, it took away. In his case, it took away. Anyways, outside of all of that, rely on your intuition. Your intuition is not going to lead you wrong. It may not sound like or it may sound like a crazy plan, may not sound like the plan that you would initially come up with, but you can listen to your intuition. Your intuition is not going to lead you wrong. Your intellect, on the other hand, what you think might feel good, or what tingles your body, what feels good deep within is what you should go after right now. Do this mindfully and do this gracefully. I say that to both men and women. Mindfully and gracefully. This is not just a feminine trait. This is use your brain. I like to tell my children, especially my youngest, use your brain. That's what it's there for. When you don't use it, you know the rest. But I like this message. I love this message. I love every message I receive. But this right here is saying, you just came out of the fire. Now it's time to continue your healing, because you got a party to get to. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay healing.